Ooh, I recognize that one.
Oh yes, this is black sage.
All right, black sage. We were looking for this.
Yeah,
What do you do with it?
this is amazing. This is a plant I use as an herb, a spice flavor for all sorts of things. It makes a really great tea. It's also medicinal.
What makes this black sage versus? I know there's so many sages out here.
Mm-hmm.
What makes this one black?
Good question. I get that question an awful lot. So we have three different types of sages here. We have black sage, purple sage, and white sage, which are the main ones. Black sage definitely has the darkest of the leaves, so it's a really dark, rich green color, whereas purple sage is going to have more of a grayish color, and then white sage is a really light grayish white color. But when these go to seed, they have these little seed pods that, compared to all the other ones, are very dark and can get almost black colored.
That makes sense. Now, as far as identification purposes, though, we have a sage which is in the
Mint family, so you're
Yes.
going to be looking for a square stem,
yeah.
opposite and alternating leaves,
Okay.
and also the aromatic. Yeah, and everything in the mint family is safe to use. So once you get through identification of a mint, you're safe to experiment.
All right.
Some taste great and some not so much, like
Motherwort.
that's one for sure, yeah. But very useful
Mm-hmm.
as an herb.
I love this is a hack that I use for all the mint families. Like if you're out and you're sweaty, you've been foraging all day and you stink, and you have, say, a brother that always comments on your stink, you take this, you rub it, and you kind of, yes, my aroma is so good, so sagey. Is this abundant? I know that with white sage, it's pretty taboo to harvest white sage.
Yeah,
What about
there's-
black sage?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of cultural connection to white sage. But with black sage, it is much more abundant. You're going to find it all over our area here. And, I'm not harvesting the whole plant. I'm just harvesting, the young tips. And that actually is going to encourage more growth. So, and it's a very strong flavored plant. So you're not going to be using a whole lot. And, every spring I'm going to harvest just a little bit that's going to last me all year.
Okay, so with most of the mint family too, what she just talked about was like taking the tips off. Now what happens is we have these leaves coming out of the axils. The axils I like to refer to as the little armpits. So we have these big leaves right here, and right coming out of the armpits are these two leaves. So what happens is you take that top piece off, and that one stem then turns into two. And those two will probably now have two sets of flowers and two sets of seeds. And that usually happens with all of the mint family members. So in this way, harvesting can actually be beneficial sometimes to the plant itself.
The more the plant is grazed upon, the more it's creating those essential oils, the medicinal part of the plant is increased as a deterrent. So you're actually increasing medicinal value of the plant as you collect from it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really
So,
amazing.
Those are all part of the plant's defenses, is those medicinal compounds, is what we're after. So, colds and flus is what this is really great for. So, antibacterial, antiviral, and, the more we use from it, the more it's going to create those compounds.